In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, my dear friends and fellows, being intelligent, it is very important, very, very important indeed. But there is another sort of intelligence that is even more important, and that is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is much, much more important as compared to the intelligence of mind. And some of the people, they are automatically, they are naturally so intelligent as for their emotions, as for the intelligence of their emotions is concerned, that they lead a very happy and they lead a very good life. Those who are happy, they can lead a good life indeed. And these people are really happy if at all they are emotionally intelligent, because they their negative emotions stay at the minimum, least active, and their positive emotions remain very much active. My dear friends and fellows, we can somehow learn what is meant by emotional intelligence. How can I, how can you, how can we enhance the level of emotional intelligence? That is understanding the emotional intelligence and the reasons, the factors behind it on the one hand. On the other hand, my dear friends, we can somehow do something to somehow deactivate our negative emotions as much as it is possible, and we can activate our positive emotions as much as we can. Being emotionally intelligent means actually being emotionally aware first. Being emotionally aware. What are the kind of information found in a human being? What are the kind of information? Almost the same found in me as well. What kind of emotions usually remain active in me? What kind of emotion is active with me at the moment? Whether it is a positive emotion or a negative emotion. If it is a negative emotion, how to contain it, how to minimize and manage it. If it is a positive emotion, on the other hand, then how can we utilize it? How can we somehow experience it more and more? How can we benefit from it more and more? We are discussing about it. There are certain things, there are certain signs of those who are emotionally intelligent people. Let's look upon them. As I earlier, talked about it, that it means knowing our emotion, knowing the human emotions, knowing my emotions, knowing which emotion is active at the moment, knowing whether it is a positive or a negative one, knowing how to manage if at all it is a negative one, knowing how to somehow benefit from it more and more if it is a positive one, how to keep it active. So that is all the emotional intelligence, dear friends. I think we need to, that is all called self aware, being self aware. And being self aware is really, really important. And then, dear friends, then it is the something like knowing the boundaries of another person, knowing the boundaries of me, myself, knowing the boundaries of the people, and then keeping within the limits and not beyond that at all, observing, respecting the boundaries of another person, and also making the other people respect your boundaries as much as you can. And then obviously it is, being empathetic. Being empathetic, what is this empathy? It is like putting ourselves in the shoes of another person and then seeing whatever somebody is doing, and I have become judgmental toward him, the society has become judgmental toward them. Maybe if at all another person, I or you, were in his shoes, if at all. The empathy does tell us that if I or you were in his shoes, we quite possibly would have been doing the same thing, my dear friends, and that is being empathetic. Then also we need to be good at expressing ourselves, expressing our emotions. That is, you know, being good at understanding and comprehending ourselves on the other hand. Being a good communicator, communication is one of the most precious, or maybe the most precious skill ever. Communication. Communicating successfully, communicating properly with another person. And then, my dear friend, we need to become authentic. We can by being honest, we can by being straightforward, we can become authentic by being a bit intelligent, by being a bit wise, by being a bit sensible. And then, obviously, we need to become attentive to another person. We need to listen well, whatever somebody is saying, whatever somebody is trying to say, we need to pay attention toward that. And finally, I believe that we need to become humble as well. And humble are those who are emotionally intelligent. But being humble is, on the one hand, something which is very important, and that is observing the self respect. Mean being humble, exercising the humility, that is really a great quality indeed. But at the same time, if at all a person does not care about the self respect, I think there is absolutely no emotional intelligence found over there. So, being humble, apart from that, being about caring about the self respect, so that is something really very useful, very important. Each one of us needs to know about the emotional intelligence. Unless and until we are emotionally intelligent, we cannot lead a good life at all. We need to understand that. Thank you. Sorry.